locked down. If you are in your office or classroom, please call the main office to report. Please call the main office to report your status. Again, please lock down.
Good morning. It is Monday, August 24th, and this begins week 2. And week 2 is not starting out on a great note. We just got word from our principal that Zoom is down. Zoom is the platform that we use here, and we were just told to make sure that we have enough asynchronous work to keep our kids engaged and online and getting their minutes throughout the day. So it should be really, really interesting today. This is 2020. Good news. Zoom is back up. Thank goodness for lunchtime. These kids are doing so well, but you can just completely tell that they're not used to being in class anymore, and that we just really need to work on their stamina right now. So we're having to do a lot of brain breaks. We're having to do a lot of different chat. I'm so tired. I can't even think. We're doing a lot of chat engagement activities just to try and keep them engaged as much as I can. And they're really trying. And so you can tell a couple of them are constantly like, is it lunch? Is it the next activity? What are we doing? Like, I'm so excited, but like, what's happening? And I'm like, okay, just pause, take a breath. But thankfully they're typing it all in chat. So I can see it come up and I can give them, a little like, let's stay focused. Or sometimes even the other kiddos will pop into chat and be like, remember, Ms. Parker asked you to stay focused, or it comes at the right time, and they'll put in the time, and then the kid's like, oh, okay, sorry. So they're being really sweet about it, being really good about it, but you can just tell that they're not, their stamina for school is gone. So we're just having to work on a lot on that right now, but you can tell by my face, I'm just so tired, and but we'll make it through. They're doing well. Having to work on some of the logistics of getting everybody into the LMS, the student learning management system. Getting them logged into there, showing them where their assignments are. So it's still a lot of housekeeping that's happening right now. Trying to get everybody online. So I have 19 students. I had 18 logged in at one point today. They kind of trickle in and trickle out. I'm not sure if it's because of internet issues or stamina issues, but we'll get there. We're doing better. So for right now, I'm going to eat my berries and enjoy my brief 30 more minutes of lunch. Well, that wraps up today. We just got off of a staff-wide Zoom meeting, and I'm heading home. I'm going to get changed and go work out because I need a little bit of a mental break and to go run and process some of my feelings towards this year. Like, there's some things that are going really well. And honestly, the things that are going well far outweigh the things that are difficult or that I wish were different because we're not in school. I'm noticing a lot fewer behavior issues, like I mentioned earlier. The kids that would normally want to share out and share their thoughts aloud are actually typing them into chat, and they're being respectful about it, so it's not the biggest deal in the world to me. I think the kids are feeling heard, which is really good. Sometimes I wish I could just have them here so that way we could work through problems quicker. Other than that, things are going really well, but it's all just so different, and change is hard. and I'm mentally drained from the change today. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna go run, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. The moment you wake up and you get to school and you know it's gonna be an absolutely crazy bonkers day. So today my kids have their first day of music, as well as the principal will probably be stopping in to different Zoom lessons. So I'm a little nerve-wracked because she hasn't seen me teach, and I feel weird because we're not really in like a full-on teaching core content way of doing things, and I'm sure she knows this, but it's still like I feel bad because I'm not in my full swing yet, just because of where we're at in still, setting up classroom procedures and reminding them of the rules and doing all of those things. So it's like I'm not really teaching my core content, so I feel bad because I don't know. It's just nerve-wracking. She hasn't seen me teach yet, but I got here early, made sure my slides are done. That is like been the biggest help, is having my slides as like a grounding point for what I need to be doing. And I've just inserted my links already into the slide. So all I have to do is click on the link and then it just pops it up in a new page. And that's been like my total saving grace with all of this, is that everything is like on one slide and I don't have to toggle back and forth between different little tabby tabs. The other thing I do is I have two windows open. So the window that I'm sharing with my students, I still have another window that is open that has like my lesson plan on it. So like the actual verbiage that I want to be using, things like that. And then additionally, I have my plan book right here in front of me. So if I need to make any notes real quick, it's here. I got my handy dandy, lovely pencil case. I love this thing. So amazing. And then I have my good morning welcome slides ready to go. I have my coffee. I also have my can of Coke Zero waiting for me at lunchtime. So highly caffeinated with all my pretty Flair pens and my lesson plan book. What could be more teachery than that? Seriously, there ain't no tired like teacher tired. So my kids have hit a wall. They officially hit the wall today. They're getting comfortable and they're getting tired. And I guess I need to sit back and rework again. So that is going to be something I'm pondering tonight, is how to keep my engagement way up. They're really, really sweet, and they're really working hard together to get through this, and I'm so incredibly proud of them. But they've hit a wall, and I've hit a wall. I made sure that they got their required minutes of online face-to-face time, and I told them goodbye, go take a break, and work on your assignments this afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow. Because we all just we're done. We're done for the day. And that is kind of like a great thing about this platform, is that I can see when they're done and they've checked out. We hit our required minutes for face-to-face time, and I can tell them, hey guys, go work independently. I will be here on Zoom if you need me. You can click back on, we can chat about whatever issues you're having. But other than that, go, bye, see ya, take a break, walk away, go outside, get some sun, read a book, ride your bike. But there's gonna be a lot of soul searching tonight, a lot of reworking lessons that I've already planned out. But it's all new, it's new for them, it's new for me. We'll get through it. So with that being said, I am going to go home, I'm going to go run and think about how I need to rework my entire life for the next 24 hours. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. morning. It is Wednesday, August 26th, and I have squished my pumpkin muffin. I'm really sad. So this morning I woke up and I went to go order my normal Starbucks coffee, and I saw that they had all of their fall pumpkin stuff had come in. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's what I'm gonna get. So I got myself a pumpkin cold brew. I haven't had this one before, so we're gonna see how it is. I'm not a big fan of the pumpkin spice latte. It's not my jam. I like cold drinks, and they had a cold version of it a couple of years ago. I don't remember if it's the cold brew one, and I'm about to find out that I bought a coffee that I don't like. We'll see. But I do like their pumpkin muffin, and I've squished it. You totally cannot see what I'm showing you, but yeah, I've squished it. I put it in my bag to bring into class, and I guess the way I had it like underneath my arm, and so carrying my bag under my chicken wing arm just squished it. So now I have a squished pumpkin muffin for breakfast this morning. I hope that's not an indication of how this day is gonna go. So this morning, came in, opened up another book. So I had some family and friends donate a bunch of books to my classroom library. I'm trying to create a more expanded, differentiated, diverse classroom library, inclusive classroom library. And that was just another book that came in. It's called Baseball Saved Us, and it's all about baseball in the internment camps during World War II. So it's focused on Japanese kids playing baseball during World War II. So I opened that up, and now I'm gonna get to do my slides for today, and I'll catch up with you guys around lunchtime. Update. It's 8:45. School starts at 9. I have no internet. Crisis averted. I don't know what was going on. It had a freak out moment, but it's back up. So thank goodness for that. I cannot even imagine what would happen if my internet actually went down, because like we're all online. So, and I couldn't even upload assignments to the LMS. No clue what I would actually do if that happened. I don't know. Just text everybody and hope for the best. Today is done. My room is a mess, but it's a mess because we had a really good talk about primary and secondary sources. So they started asking questions about different things, and they brought up dinosaur bones and made a connection between, seeing the bones themselves versus somebody writing about seeing the bones. And that sort of spewed into this whole thing. And so I had this book already in my library all about animal skeletons. So I brought that out, and we discussed how, if I actually had the bones here versus somebody writing some personal anecdote about finding bones and this whole thing. It was so much fun. Today was a much better day than yesterday. I don't know how, I don't know why. Actually, I do. Even though I went home and I had intended to plan and regroup and all of that, I actually just took time for myself and chilled last night. And I think that just helped me come back today more refreshed and ready to go. And then I sat down this morning. I got here a little bit earlier than normal, and I sat and thought about, what I was actually going to be teaching today, and redid a couple things. I think the kids were just getting bored of the platforms that I was having them use, and I just took them back to paper pencil. And bringing them back to paper pencil versus doing everything digitally online kind of just gave their brains like a break from all the digitalness. And so we did, I call it Foursquare, but I just tell them to take a paper. It's not my 4 square paper. Take a paper, fold it 4 square, which basically means just make it to where it has 4 squares. And that's how we did a lot of our problems today. And we did a lot of graphic organizers, and it just worked really well. It gave them a break from all the digitalness of life right now. They were just a whole lot more engaged. So I am so super grateful for that. I just got to keep the momentum going. So I think I'm going to do the same thing tonight and see how it goes. I'm bringing my computer and I'm bringing all my stuff. So if I feel inspired, then I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to force myself to sit down and lesson plan tonight. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's okay. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. With that being said, I'm going to head home and go for a run and just take some me time. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. We're gonna ignore the fact that my hair is still slightly wet. Didn't feel like blow drying it this morning. It should be dry in about an hour when the kids come on. So yay for that. Yay for not wasting time. This morning, I decided to get the pumpkin muffin because that was really good. The pumpkin cold brew wasn't terrible. It was a little rich. So I went ahead and got a sweet cream cold brew this morning in the venti size, because that was mainly my big concern or my big issue with the cold brew yesterday. Is I got a grande, which for me is not good. It took me till about our second break, and we have 3 modules and then lunch. So I needed it through that 3rd module, and it wasn't there, and it made me sad. And so I got a bigger size. It was less calories. Yeah, so that's what I decided to do this morning. Went home, chilled yesterday, and so now I'm back where I was yesterday, where I am lesson planning this morning. Got my handy dandy lesson plans pulled up. Our district was fantastic and gave us some ideas. It was like a virtual lesson plan for the first 25 days that we could either use or not use, or pick and choose and whatnot. So that's been a great way to start like the baseline, the foundation of what I'm going to be doing each day, and then I'm kind of adding on and changing things out as I see fit. Nearpod is not working with my kids. I love Nearpod. It's great when they're in the classroom. My kids are having a hard time toggling between Zoom and another open browser, especially my kids with the iPads. So that's not working. So anytime there's a Nearpod, I find either a video or we have a real quick class discussion about the questions that are on the Nearpod, and I'm taking the media from the Nearpod and showing it to them, and then we have discussions, and they're essentially doing the Nearpod but on paper pencil. So that's one of the modifications that I'm making to the lesson plans that the district put out for us to use if we wanted to. So yeah, lesson planning this morning. Got out my notebook with my pretty pens, and I will get this all done. I might catch back up with you before the kiddos come in. If not, I will see you guys at lunchtime. It's now the end of school, and oh my goodness, we're back on track. Tuesday was apparently a fluke, I am happy to say, although watch me jinx it, so knock on wood. Kids are doing so much better. So one thing that I've found has really helped them is when we're doing like graphic organizers, instead of me doing it up on the whiteboard, what I've started doing is pulling it up on my iPad and using the GoodNotes app to write things down. And then when we're done with notes for the day, if they've missed anything, I'm uploading them onto their LMS Schoology website. And so if they've missed anything, then they can double check their notes from there. But yeah, it's working really well. So these were our notes on how Earth changes over time today. And we just did a little quick science lesson. And once we were done there, every time I would make sure that they had the writing in. I like doing notes where they also include pictures. So I did the 4 square again. So there's 4 squares. During each segment of the lesson, I would have them stop and write information down. And then we did a summary at the very end. And then they went back in and drew some pictures in. I gave them some examples of what it could look like. Or they could branch off and do whatever they wanted on their own. From there, I just airdropped it because I have an iPad and a MacBook. I would airdrop it to the computer, and then I just simply uploaded it onto their Schoology so that way they can reference that there. And that seems to be going really, really well. The kids were not stressed out about missing notes. I wasn't getting all the wait, miss. I wasn't getting any of that because I knew that at the end of everything, their priority was to get the information down. If they didn't have it yet, they were going to have it uploaded later on in the evening. Or rather, it's 1:20 and it's uploaded now. So my kids are at library because I did not realize, but they have library today. So they're at library. They should be almost done with that. I'm sitting online waiting to see if anybody has any questions about the assignments for this afternoon. But other than that, they're done and we're back on track, and thank goodness for that. So I'm going to sit here for about another, I think it's like 40 minutes. I stay online until 1:50. So 30 minutes. And then I'm done for the day. And I'll head home. I do have office hours, but no parent has booked me for office hours. So I use that time for planning, but I usually end up heading home and then planning from home for the next day, kind of just bullet planning. I also get here early, so that also takes up a chunk of my required planning minutes per our contractual agreement. So that's my day today. I have a telehealth appointment this afternoon, so that'll be new for me, regards to just some personal things. And then I might go for a run. I haven't decided. I might give myself a day off today. But with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, and it's Friday. Yay! So I've been here for about an hour, and I got my lesson plan book done, but I've had a bunch of calls, and I've been chatting with friends, and I'm running a little late today. So this will be a real quick hello. I'm going to get to work because I need to do my slides, and kids show up in about 27 minutes. So this by far has been one of the favorite things that I've done this year. My first graders couldn't really do a question of the day. And the last time I had fourth graders, we were in the classroom and it was just a little chaotic in the mornings. But this has definitely been something really great that I've done. And so every morning I don't show my face yet. They see the slide when they come on. And it gives me a couple minutes to see who's coming in, kind of assess some student needs. I give them 2 minutes to say hello and chat in the mornings with each other. And then I restart the timer again, and I give them an additional 2 minutes to answer the question of the day. It helps the kids hear other students' voices, and they're typing this into chat. So this part is into chat. this part, the initial time, they're just chatting amongst themselves. But I've really liked starting this slide, and it gives them kind of a soft start in the mornings to come in, remind themselves of, saying hello to everybody, and then a quick reminder of, hey, what does a sentence look like? Does it have a capital letter? Does it need a punctuation at the end of it? Like, let's write about something quick that we like and know about, but let's put it in the correct form, if you will. The week is done and I'm so tired. But the kids did really, really well today. We had some good conversations, and it's just genuinely going really well right now, and I'm very excited, and we're starting to get into the swing of things, and they're starting to get the idea of like what it's about, and that just popped up in the background. We did that one last week. We did this one today, and it turned out really, really cute, and they had a lot of fun. Sidebar. But yeah, so we're done with the first official like full week of school. And then for the next 2 weeks, we actually have 4-day weeks, because next Friday we are off for some holiday, except it's not a holiday. We're off next Friday. And then the Monday that's following is Labor Day. So we actually have a 4-day weekend next week. So we have 2 weeks of 4-day weeks. And then we have 2 full weeks. And then we have the following week, which is another 4-day week. And then nothing in October. So that'll be painful. But the point is, the kids are doing really good. And a lot of them did not show up today. So I don't know what that was about. But for the rest of the week, we had almost everybody. I was only missing 2 kids, and they have their own stuff going on, and people have been notified, and it's all looking good. So I'm going to head home. I'm going to go pick up my son early from his school, because that's a whole other thing. But anyway, he's in school. And I'm going to go pick him up from his school, head over to my parents, and have a nice dinner and just eat and hang out and chat and relax for 2 days, clean my house because it's a mess. And I'll be back at school on Monday. So I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend.
In the area, please log down. If you are in your office or classroom, please call the main office to report. Please call the main office to report your status. Again, please log down.